G'day, I'm Clive and welcome. Today we're going to have a look at the Silverlight hiking socks after 21 days use. Now, out of 21 days I wore them for 19 of the days. I wore them in dress shoes, I wore them in hiking shoes, hiking boots, work boots. So they've had a good testing, especially in the work boots. Because them work boots have had a lot go in them water, stagnant water, everything. So we'll quickly go down the specs. So if you want to see the original one, which is a little bit more specific, I'll put a link down in the description below. So this is the Silverlight hiking socks. Now, they say they're super durable, moisture wicking, ultra comfortable, blister free hiking and 100% odor free. So apart from quickly telling you the sizes, that's what I am going to concentrate on to describe to you how I've got on with wearing these for 19 days. Now, we had 42 degrees Celsius the other day and I was working up on the roof of my home. The old air conditioner went, so I was having to take that off, drop a new box in there. Inside the roof space it was hitting up around 65 degrees Celsius. It was just so hot in it. But so they got a good testing. So walking on roofs with the actual angle, same as walking up some hills when I was doing some bush walks. Gravel roads I walked on, flat roads I walked on, flat tracks I walked on. So they got a testing in that sense. The sock sizes range from small, medium, large, extra large and XXL. European sizes: men's US, UK, women's US, UK and Japan. Now all the sizes say from small to XXL. Then the EU sizes, they start from 35 and all the way up to 47 plus. US sizes for men starts at 3.5 all the way up to 13.5 plus. UK sizes size 3 to 5.5, size 3 all the way up to 13 plus. US women size 5 all the way up to 15 plus. UK women size 2.5 all the way up to 12.5, and Japan size 22 all the way up to 30 plus. Sizing of the socks. For my size I ordered and they fit. They fit really well, really comfortable. Super durable. Like I said, I've worn all the different shoes and everything. I can see a little bit where they have been rubbing, but no worse than any other sock. So especially after 19 days, and they have not been washed. Let's get that clear. They have not been washed. Moisture wicking. Now, like I said, the temperature's 42 degrees Celsius on the roof, and I've probably spent a good between the roof and the inside the roof and on the roof, probably a good 6 hours that day, coming down for water, cooling down, then going back up to a bit more. Fair enough. When I took my work boots off, and as most people probably know, we're wearing work boots, and for wearing them for so long, over years, I've cleaned ponds out, so there's had stagnant water in them. I've done pressure washing, so all sorts of muck have splashed on my legs and dripped into the boots. When I took my socks off after working on the roof and in the roof space, my feet were bone dry. I couldn't believe it, because any other socks you'd feel that stickiness of a bit of moisture. I didn't get that, not at all. So that was a surprise. Ultra comfortable. Now, that I can agree with. If you look at the socks, the shape of them. You got your big toe here, then it's slight gradient coming down for the next toe, and then maybe the next toe, and then all of a sudden a steep. Having that cut out there and that angle, it just made them sit on top of my toes nice. They weren't scrunching my toes, they weren't it wasn't loose on my toes, it just hugged. I think the word would be, it hugged my toes. And the best part was, because of this cutout here, there's no extra bit of sock with a seam in there getting tucked over the top, or coming underneath, or going in on itself, or coming up the side here and scrunching. It just sat snug. So there was nothing, none of that. I think nearly every single pair of socks I've worn in the past, I've always had this bit here by my little toe, always gets gathered up and scrunched up, and it's always just that uncomfortable. The durability, like I said, we've got the reinforced toe bits here. Now these are a double layer, and this is where you can see the thickness of the merino wool. It's really nicely padded, not over padded, comfortably padded, I think the word would be. For me, all these remarks coming from me, how I feel wearing them. So the toe was lovely and comfortably padded. A heel the same. With these socks, I can usually feel the back of my boot and my heels going like this on it. Not that so extreme, but it's moving up and down a little bit. And the ball of the back, or ball of my heel, I can normally feel it moving backwards and forwards. I could feel it in a way, but not as normal. I knew there was movement, but it was a movement where it was sliding over the material, not getting pulled up and down on the material. It's like the material was sliding up and down, so that made it really comfortable. But again, that's a double merino wool. Stitching in here, when it comes down to the odor free, is a silver stitching, actually silver, the metal silver. There's a thread been coated in it, or I think it's either coated or the silver's inside, but yeah, it was nice. Ultra comfortable. Padded areas, like I said, the heels, that was really nice. The toes were nice and comfortable. And this bit, the elasticated bit in the middle, that just pulled the sock into place. So it held all the side here in place, because there's a stretch from there to there. It helped pull all this heel part into place. As you can see, we've got the stretch there, but we've got a nice little bit looser here. So it was just nice and comfortable. The ankle part, which goes up onto your calf, I normally have hassle with that, because I always end up with all these lines embedded in my leg. The top here to hold the sock up is too tight. I can see the ring around my leg a lot of the time. But this stretchy part here, they've got it just nice, really comfortable. It's not grabbing on really hard. It's as if it's just gently holding, like a child would hold your hand, to feel safe. And that's what that actually does. It hugs on to your ankle, and it just holds the sock in place. So there's no need for this to be so tight. That I did like about it, because it's just makes it a lot more comfortable for me personally. Don't know if you notice, it's got an L, which is for the left foot, and an R for the right foot, and that's so you can allow for this bit here, you put it on the right feet, because they are made feet specific, not like normal socks where they come off basically as a box at the toe. That's why you get all the gather. Yeah, so you go on your little toe, big toe, and your opposite foot, big toe, little toe. So I suppose if you put them on the wrong feet, they will be a bit uncomfortable. So put them on the right feet. Blister-free hiking. Now, spending a lot of time on the roof in my work boots is one thing, because the angle of the roof. So all the time my foot was being pulled. It wasn't on the flat, it was always being pulled. With the hikes I've done over the last 3 weeks too, I've done some uphill, some downhill, some flats, gravel, sand tracks, bush tracks, and I haven't found a hot spot, which surprised me, because for the longer hikes like the 10k or more, I've always felt hot spots, and I've always had to just give my socks a pull and then carry on walking, and then it's okay. Didn't feel that at all in these. One thing I did notice when I was wearing them, it felt like they was doing this motion, so they weren't sticking to the insole of my boots or my shoes. Not that bad, but it's just giving that movement where you can feel it sliding on the inside rather than just gripping. So the material on the inside, and I think also with the double layer, it wasn't getting to my foot, so I got no rubbing creating any hot spots. So the chances of me getting blisters in these because of that, I don't think, I'd say 99.9% chance I won't get blisters wearing these, just by wearing them and feeling them and not getting any hot spots at all, not feeling any starting. It was comfortable. Now they say odour free, and that's what the silver thread's in for. It's like an antibacterial and that, and it kills all the odours or stops the odours producing. The biggest test is they still smell fairly new. They got that new smell. You can see where you've been wearing them, the slight wear on the outside, but they just smell new. Well, not new, but they still smell like they're still new, like they've been in a drawer and never been worn sort of smell, where the actual new smell slowly degrades, but there's no bad odour. And for being in my work boots, like I said, I've had stagnant water going in my work boots and pressure washing and all sorts in them work boots, and the heat here, the temperature, no smell. So going by that, I could wear these, let's say for 3 weeks, and they'd smell like they are now. 3 weeks bushwalking with one pair of socks, no smell, not gone stiff, not gone hard, still nice and comfortable. That is really, really, really a big positive. My feet don't normally smell unless I've got my work boots on, but that is a big, big positive. I think you'd only have to carry 2 pairs of socks now if you're doing an end-to-end or through hike where you're going through towns, because you can have your spare one in your pack, wearing another pair, go and have your shower, put your clean ones on when you get into town. Hand wash only. So find a sink, just give these a rinse, get any dirt off them. So I very much doubt, going by this, they'll smell. Hang them up to dry, no tumble drying or anything, just hand wash, just in a mould soap, washing powder, detergent, whatever you want to call it. Hang them up to dry, put them in your pack as your spare pair until you get to the next town 4, 5, 6 days later down the road, whichever or however far apart they are. So I am impressed with these Silverlight hiking socks, and for me to be so enthusiastic and impressed with a pair of socks is a big thing, because socks are socks. Put them on my feet, are they okay? Good, I'm off. But no, these are a game changer. They're just so much more comfortable. So on that note, I'll say, if you're not already a subscriber and you've enjoyed the video, please go down below and click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell next to it and select all, so you can be notified of all future videos. And if you are already a subscriber, again, I thank you very much.